Welcome to the JAMODI podcast. We are all surrounded by amazing coaches and leaders. So let's get an inside look at not just what they do, but how they do what they do. After all, becoming the best versions of ourselves is JAMODI, just a matter of doing it. 32 years of coaching, 28 as a head coach. If you could start over again, what's something that you would do differently?
If I now, and I do this more now, so I guess I would have started it much sooner, is I would have tried to include the kids in some decisions that aren't that important to the actual game of what goes on. Things like we play music in practice now. And
is that a stretch for you, or do you like it?
No, I don't mind it. They don't. I don't. As long as we turn it up really loud, they can't talk to each other about things that aren't important.
Yeah.
And so they really kind of shoot better because they're not just
distracted.
Yep. Correct. If there's no music going, they'll ask about lunch or girl or whatever, or what happened in class or who got in trouble. But if it's music loud, from the distance they can't shoot. They can't. When we're warming up, they can't do that. So not that, but things, uniforms and letting them get it done. We do a thing where if we win a game that that puts us in the playoffs or gives us maybe now. So when we win a game to get to the playoffs, we're guaranteed fourth in our conference. Or the next one we win, maybe that guarantees us third or whatever. Anything that gets us kind of an advantage. Maybe if we win a tournament, something like that early in the season. But then every playoff game that we win and get to advance, the next day we let them wear any jersey that they want, any player, anything that they do, just a jersey day. Most of those days, especially in the playoffs, you're just going to shoot it. You're going to do a lot of mental preparation on who you're going to play next. It's not that big a deal that you're wearing, school colors and who's going to be who.
I love that. I think that's a great idea that I'll definitely be borrowing. I love that.
That's been a great thing. And so now they get jerseys and you'll get all kinds and then when we do our shooting games, we will match them. I mean, my son is really good he coaches with me. My son is our JV coach and it's hard for me. I can't figure it out, but we try, but we'll put the MVPs together, the former MVPs or the, somebody will wear a Jordan Carolina shirt and then an Olympic shirt and then his Bulls shirt. Well, all the Jordans are together.
That's
so
good.
When we put them in groups, we try to break them up, or small forwards if we can't do anything, or teams that play in California. However it works, that we just make that kind of stuff up as we put groups together those days, and we won't know until I get there. But I would say those. And then things that are kind of important, is I'll talk to our varsity guys. Is there any day next week or this week that you would want to practice in the morning instead of the afternoon? You want to get up here and go from 6 to 8? I'm all for it. Let's do it. We'll get out. You can get off. Or do you want everything after school like normal, or is it? Or if our girls are in the volleyball playoffs, is this something that's important enough for you to want to go that you'll want to do your work early? And I'm all for that. I'm up early anyway, so I think if I went and did it over again, I didn't do those kind of things.
Do you feel like you micromanaged?
I was in my way.
Micromanaged, yeah.
But I never got those questions asked to me when I was playing. I just came when I came, and sometimes it's, Coach, we don't care, and sometimes it's no, let's do it some other time. So just some things like that. I think I would encourage. I just think it gives them some ownership on some things of asking. Now, when it comes down to who does what, when, and who gets to shoot it, Jimmy Chitwood's not going to be a decoy, that kind of stuff. We're not going to talk through that. But
well, that was the dumbest piece of coaching I've ever seen.
I'll make those decisions when it comes down to it. But some of these other ones, maybe.
Yeah, no, I think that's really smart, and I definitely micromanaged early on. Wes Watson allowed me to a little too much at McKinney High School when I was with him. But I can't remember who told me. It was like, let them choose the things that don't really matter to you. And I think
don't give me. I've got away from that.
You let them wear whatever shoes they want, any color.
Yeah, we don't buy shoes at Argyle High School for them. So when I'm not buying them, they can do kind of
any color at your school.
Yeah, I'll do that. But I do encourage them that the crazier they are, the referees will watch them more.
I like that.
If you're trying to be noticed, I just tell them that when I'm playing, when I was a point guard, I didn't want any official looking at my feet. And I didn't want them to do that. Yeah. I didn't want to give them any reason to glance down and see some Daffy Duck looking yellow.
You might have sold me on that one, just because I love the idea of everybody looking the same. Like still kind of rings true in me. And,
I know, and I'm old like that. We don't do a lot of shooting sleeves.
Yeah.
We
don't do that.
Think evidence that helps.
Nah.
Anything.
Nah.
Things.
But I've tried to have, so our colors are red, like every private school, red, navy, and white. It's like the same, but and they're all the Lions. But I tried to say, hey, majority of your shoes white, secondary colors red, navy, or gray. Right. But now it's kind of funny. Now my son is a freshman, and my wife is like, Matt, do you realize how hard it is to find that shoe? And I was like, no, it's not. And so it's one of those things again, like what? Yeah, I don't want to see pink or yellow or green or baby blue going down the floor, but okay, I mean, if it helps them play better, that's like, right. Is it gonna make them play worse? Probably not. But
probably not. But I do have, if an official says, Coach, those shoes, I will tell that kid, hey, he didn't mention your massive mustache you're trying to grow. All he glanced at is your shoes.
But you got a lot of mullets going on in Argyle tonight. You got a lot of mullets there, mullets and mustaches.
I will tell that kid, he's already noticed. So you better keep your feet still.
That's good.
And if you get called for traveling one time, we may change it out.
Thank you for checking out today's episode. Please take a moment to subscribe to this podcast, share it with your fellow coaches, and find us on social media for what's coming up next on the JAMODI podcast. It's just a matter of doing it.